So, hello everyone, and welcome to our hashtag Female Boss mini YouTube series. Today we have the lovely Maya Vertigans, who is the owner of Planner VA Services. Maya is an amazing female boss and entrepreneur who has set up her own business in 2021 to support other entrepreneurs to reach their goals and run their ethical businesses. She has been an incredible success and was also listed in Insider UK's 20 most inspiring Scottish businesswomen in 2022. So, hello, Maya, and welcome.
Yeah, thank you so much for having me.
Oh, thank you for being here. It's such a pleasure to have you. So, just to get us started, could you tell us a wee bit more about your business, Planner BBA, and a little bit about how you get started up?
Yeah, so I guess the business kind of mainly supports sustainable and ethical businesses, and it's a virtual assistant service. So some people think that that's like, on websites, those little messenger bots that come up, and they're like, "Are you the messenger bots on websites?" No, that's not me. Like, and Siri. Um,
Yeah.
but it's actually, so what I do is kind of like a personal assistant, but I do it online for small businesses who maybe don't want to take on somebody to do their marketing, or they don't want to hire an employee. They just want a bit of extra support, but they don't want to kind of take that next jump really. So I work with a lot of small businesses, and I do really a lot of marketing for them. And I actually started the business. So before I was doing this, I had a sustainable gifting business, which I started when I was at uni. And I graduated in 2020 during the pandemic. And so I was doing the sustainable gifting business for 2020 when I graduated. And I was looking basically just for a part-time job while I was doing that. And I'd spent a lot of time learning loads of marketing things. I did courses, bought programs, mainly with the view to marketing my own gifting business. And then through that, from somebody that I'd actually met through the gifting business, I saw that she was advertising for a virtual assistant, and I was kind of, oh, I'm quite organized, learn all this stuff, maybe I'll apply for that. And that was just part-time. And I started doing that with her. And she works with a lot of other businesses with her. People saw me and thought, oh, well, it's good enough for this person, should be good enough for me. And I just picked up clients from there, really. And then thought, oh, maybe I'll make a go of this. So I more kind of fell into it than I had a big plan to do this.
Yeah. Yeah, that's amazing. I loved how you just it's just like fell into your hands and it's something you're just gonna do on the side, but it's you've got this amazing business that's come from that. Oh, I love it.
And I always wanted to have my own business. When I was at school, I did my work experience at a farm shop to see how a local business was run, and I used to sell Avon to practice kind of business skills.
Oh,
So
that's brilliant.
I always knew like I wanted to do something. I just never really knew what.
Yeah, you always had that wee entrepreneur spirit and you just needed that wee.
I thought I don't want to work for anybody else.
Love it, love it. So, what hints or tips could you offer to our students that are maybe looking to set up their own business just like you?
I would say just go for it, and almost go for it, and it will come. Kind of, you can spend forever planning and finalizing and sorting all of the details, and that is important. You do need some kind of plan, but also you'll never know until you try it. So I do think there's a lot to be said for it will never be perfect and you'll never feel ready. So go for it and see where it takes you, and then listen to the feedback that you get and take the opportunities that come. That's definitely another one. Like, all the opportunities that come, just take them, especially in the early stages. Say yes to every opportunity, and even if it doesn't work out, you'll learn so much from it. So those would be definitely some big ones. And another one, somebody said to me, I did a entrepreneur program through Edinburgh Uni when I was there, and somebody said to me, oh, one of their biggest advice was fake it till you make it, which I love, even though it doesn't, and she didn't mean it as in go out and be fake, like be somebody that you're not, but even if you don't feel ready, you don't feel confident, you don't want to walk into that room full of people, just kind of pretend that you do, and you will feel confident, you'll feel better because other people will believe that you feel confident. And you will gradually just become more and more confident, and eventually you'll kind of get nearer.
Yeah.
So kind of,
That's something we
putting
always
on that
say.
brave face and just going
Yeah.
for it, I think.
Definitely. We always say learn by doing. That's what we're all about. And definitely fake it till you make it. I love that so much. And like people always do think, oh, it's just being fake, but just having that confidence and tricking yourself into thinking you're the person to do this. But I love that.
Even if you're thinking, gosh, I can't do this, I have no idea what I'm doing. If you can convince other people, you'll convince yourself that you know what you're doing.
Definitely. Yeah. Love it. That's amazing. And what are some of the trends that you've noticed in the industry you're working in?
I think, well, from the sustainability side, I mean, that's obviously massive growing industry, and hopefully will continue to get bigger and bigger as kind of we work towards the net zero targets and things. There's more and more pressure going to be applied. So hopefully it will become the norm rather than the exception. And I think in terms of being a business operating in that space, it's only going to grow. So it's definitely a good place to be in. And people are buying more and more consciously, because I think once you kind of learn about the climate crisis and all of the issues that are facing the planet, you can't really unlearn it. It's difficult to then go back to just burying your head in the sand or going on as you were before. So people are trying to buy more consciously and do their bit in even small things, just whatever they can do. So I think it's definitely the way forward for businesses. For virtual assistants, I think obviously COVID also, people were working from home. It's really kind of brought that to the forefront. Now Zoom is the norm, whereas before it was not. It was something people did, but it wasn't the norm. So I think virtual assistants as well is only going to grow. I think lots of people set up businesses in COVID, and definitely kind of our generation. I see lots of people who want to start businesses. There's a big kind of push on have that side hustle, you know, do your own thing. You don't need to be a 9 to 5 employee, work from anywhere in the world, all these things. So I think from those kind of points of view, more people are setting up small businesses, and then hiring virtual assistants kind of comes as the next step from that. And as I think as well as more people, as there are more virtual assistants, people kind of are much more used to their being virtual assistants. They see other people working with them, so then they just think, oh, I'll hire a virtual assistant. So I think that will continue to grow, especially in the uncertainty at the moment. I think people are reluctant to take on employees and have that commitment, which you don't so much have when you're working with like a freelancer or somebody that's self-employed.
Yeah. And do you think like COVID happening and everybody going to like the virtual world has like helped a bit as well, like with your business?
Yeah, definitely. Yeah. That, and I think, I mean, it's such a referrals based business. Really, people buy from people, but especially when it's service based businesses, they buy because they know me or because they've been referred by one of my clients or somebody else that knows me. So, and I guess COVID means people have been online a lot more. So actually my first clients were kind of down in London, Newcastle, and only really since things have started to open up and I've been networking more locally have I actually started to pick up clients like up in Aberdeen and in Scotland.
Yeah, that's amazing. And is that your furthest client, or do you have any global clients yet?
No, they're all just UK at the moment.
Yeah,
Yeah.
amazing. Yeah, that's great. It's great that you're able to just like work from where you are, but like reach so many different people when you're clearly amazing at what you do. Like you've had the recognition from like Insider UK for most inspiring Scottish business women, which is just amazing. I love it. So just um thinking about that, what methods do you use to differentiate yourself from others that are offering like a similar service?
Think a big part of it is the fact that I kind of niche in the sustainability area. There are many instances, but not so many that kind of specifically up in that space. And I also offer like a lot of the services that I offer is more kind of the marketing side, social media, copywriting, those kinds of things. So that is also quite different because a lot of virtual assistants tend to offer more traditional PA services, kind of admin, email management, diary management, those kinds of things. And I think being young helps too because it means that you're memorable. People, you stand out. When I go to networking, I'm always the youngest by quite far. So people do remember me.
Yeah, I love that. Yeah, just like going for the younger generation and like able to like use like your enthusiasm as well, because like you're definitely somebody we're gonna remember. You're
Yeah, and
amazing.
I think as well sometimes people businesses want kind of new and fresh. I think sometimes being young, they kind of think, oh, you're young, you'll kind of have new ideas, different ways of doing things, you'll know lots about social media, all those kinds of
Yeah,
things. So
yeah. And do you find that a lot, like when you're working with people, they want like the social media side and expert in that side of things?
yeah, quite often, especially when they're kind of a wee bit older, the people that are running the business. So it's just not something they can do it, but they don't enjoy it. It takes them a very long time and it's kind of something that they worry about. Um, so for them, it can be just, they just want rid of it, really.
Yeah.
And they know they need to do it and that it's important, but they don't want to do it themselves, which is
Yeah.
fair enough.
Which is amazing for you as well, because you can step in.
Yeah, yeah,
Amazing.
definitely. Yeah.
Love it. So I just want to say a big thank you to Maya for joining me today. It's been a pleasure talking to you. Thank you for sharing your journey with us. It's been so inspiring and empowering, and I just know that our students will be able to take a lot from it. So thank you very much.
Thank you so much for having me. And I definitely say just go for it. Put yourself out there and just try it. And the worst that can happen is it won't work and you learn so much.
Yeah, amazing. I love it. I love ending in that wee note. Just go for it.
Yeah, always. All you can do is your best.
Perfect. Thank you so much, Maya.
Thank you.